You know, when you have lemon, you make lemonade, and I want to demonstrate what I can do with a dumb tree, make it into something halfway decent. Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom. So today I'm going to work on two junipers. This one is a San Jose juniper, and then the other one is Prostrata Juniper. Both are called Sargentii, Juniperus sargentii. And I look up why they are named Sargentii, because they are named to honor the first director of the Arnold's Arboretum at the Harvard University, Professor Sargent, who imported a lot of trees from different parts of the world, a lot of them from China, Asia, and it's called Parsonii. I suspect it was commercialized by Parson Nursery in New York. And just to be a little funny, I think they always put I at the back of anything to make it sound like Latin, while Parson adding two I's makes it sound like Latin. So this San Jose juniper I bought about 5 years ago, and at a nursery, and I reworked it, and it's starting to look pretty nice. And this one, I just dug up from the ground. I planted as a 1 gallon tree to hold my landscape, my slope, about 28 years ago. And that's how much you've grown without much care, without much watering, without much fertilizer. So it could have been a lot better tree if I had worked on it. So, you know, when you have lemon, you make lemonade, and I want to demonstrate what I can do with a dumb tree, make it into something halfway decent. So that's what I'll do. So let me work on this one first. But before I do that, let me tell you a little bit about these trees. I like the Prostrata because some of mine are really prostrating, in a sense of turning and twisting naturally without wiring. None of my trees are wired. Even this one was not wired. Always capitalized on its natural growing characteristics. And but if this tree had gotten a lot more water, it would have been probably about this thick. So do water your plants a lot if you want your bonsai to get thick. And this tend to be growing in, you can see it's a more scale needle of growth. And even though it will have some needles, and whereas this one you can see it's all needles. So the San Jose, the growing characteristic and the bark characteristic is pretty much the same, except this is more of a needle juniper. And then the other thing is that the bark tend to be kind of brownish, whereas the Parsonii or the Prostrata juniper tend to be reddish. So anyway, these are little fine details. And in terms of characteristic, all tree needs a good drainage soil for air to the roots, for healthy roots. And they like a lot of water, and they can get dry. They are quite drought tolerant, although I would recommend that you water them constantly. And they like a lot of fertilizer. They can take a lot of fertilizers. So in this case, you can use a slow release fertilizer, abundance of it, at the high end of the recommended range. Or I found for my junipers, they thrive on chicken manure. Once I put it on, literally in 2 weeks, you can see new growth. So without further ado, let me work on this tree to see what I can do with it. This is going to be a rather tall tree. I do have some short ones I will show you later on. You can see it's got tremendous amount of roots, so I can do a fair bit of pruning to ultimately fit into a bonsai pot. And as usual, I like to get rid of the top surface soil to expose the roots to see what the tree could be designed into. So what I will do is I will get rid of the soil on top, because the base I cannot change later on. It would just thicken. So I want to make sure there's no tangled roots, some unsightly things that would never make it right. So it's essential to see where the roots is going, because that's an essential part of your design. So now let me take it to the top, and I get rid of this so I can stand it up. Like, that's a nice lump, but I'm not sure what to do with it, if I'm gonna fit it into a small bonsai pot. Well, one thing you notice that roots come out everywhere. So these trees are really easy to air layer. So if I air layer this piece, I'll have a tree that big to start with. And it should root about 6 months. It's really easy juniper. So if you have a huge juniper growing in your garden, air layer it. You can get an instant bonsai very quickly. But you can see the root starts here, and there's not much you can do to change that. So your design has to begin with the roots. Although if you're patient, but you can see this tree could be quite nice. If I capitalize on this root, so the tree can be coming up like this, these will grow the tree, and then coming up like this. Okay, so one extreme is I can cut all of this off and make it into a short bonsai. So you can see this tree comes out like this and comes out like this, and then I'll make something apex. So for example, I make this the apex, then it'll be growing like this, which is not bad. If all fails, I'll cut it off here and put this tree back in the ground or big growing pot, and this will become right into this in 2 years to make this a nice turn, short stubby little tree like that. So that is one design possibility. That's a quickie. And then now see what else I can do with it. The other possibility, as you can see, is that I can make this the apex. Going to be a very tall bunjing style. This tree, I will put it to the side. So this tree could potentially look like this, with this being the apex. Could be interesting, but let me keep the top as an exercise for you to see what you can make it into, rather than drastic to restart over again. And that's what you can do when you have a stump, have nothing on top that looks good, but at the bottom it's interesting, just cut it off and start over again to build on it. But just for the exercise, let me work on this tree by assuming I'm going to keep it tall. This tree coming up like this. Yeah, so this tree comes up like this, goes out like this, and comes down like that. Okay, so let me work on it. This handy dandy clipper can clip pretty thick trunks. I'm not going to clip all of it because I can always clip it later, but just get a rough shape, and because this is the first rough cut. Today I have done this bonsai. It doesn't look very good now because it's a rough first cut. If I pull these down and let this fill out as pads, it will look a decent tree. And just to give you some visualize what it could look like, it could be a tree that looks like this. Or I can twist it a little bit to make a tree look like this. And it will look pretty nice after a year or two of pruning. Right now it doesn't look good because all of this is the first rough cut. So I'll put it in a growing pot, let it fill out again, and I'll show you again in 6 months to do the next time, maybe a year from now, do the next time. I think you would like this tree. I didn't start over again, and I think these trunks will fatten this part to give a little bit more of a taper, and so it could look okay. Not great, but it's a decent tree. Now I will work on the same Prostrata Juniper, and the first thing I'll do is I'll remove the wire from the last time. I do use wiring from time to time to get the kind of an interesting angle that I like this kind of an interesting twist that it's hard to get it into normal. And I should remove it a little sooner, although it didn't eat into the bark, but you can see still it caused a little bit of indentation. It will grow back to cover itself, but you should really remove the wire in no more than 2 months instead of keeping it for more than a year. Some people do because the branch may bounce back a little bit, but you know there's nothing absolute about the positioning of a branch anyway. So again, take it easy. Bonsai is a hobby, not to stress out by following all these rules and it has to be exactly a certain way. Nothing very exacting because trees are very forgiving. So I just use a little anchor wire to fairly quickly, like this branch, I like it to be here. Then easiest thing is just to kind of hook it right there. It's done instead of spending 10 minutes wiring it. And then this one, I really like it to, yeah, that's okay, that's too long. So let me go ahead and do a little bit of trimming. Again, it will take me about 10 minutes and the tree will be done instead of spending hours wiring the darn thing. So you want to get rid of the redundant growth to distract the look, to hide the branches. So it's between clipping and pinching. I'm just forming the pads. I can cut this off the little stubs more carefully later on. Like this is growing at a crotch, so I get rid of it by making it into a chin. Again, I'm going to make it into quite sparse so that it will grow out in the right direction. So this tree wants to find a triangle this way, so this is a little too long. Like I said, working on a bonsai is looking like a child's play where you look at a drawing to say, find the 3 squirrels in a tree. All the branches are there in the way that you want it to be. You just got to find it and clip off the redundant ones so that indeed these become the squirrels that you're looking for. So no mysterious, just got to be working on it, and you can do everything right the first time. Well, you try, but you got to make continuous improvement to get there eventually. So that's what I advocate with my bonsai. Don't stress out, enjoy it as a hobby, and there you are. This is my tree. So today I work on 2 juniper. This is a San Jose juniper, which is a needle juniper, and a Prostrata juniper. I told you a little bit about the characteristic, the background, and the history of these trees. This is the one I work on for the fourth time from a nursery pot grown plant. And I never do any wiring. And these are all capitalizing on the natural growth of the tree. The tree can become any shape you want. Let's say you buy a tree from us that's straight, but if you work on it, it can eventually be prostrate or cascade or anything. When you think about when you let it grow, it's a little bit like finding the squirrel in the tree picture. The squirrels are in there. That means the desirable branches are in there. You just gotta encourage to grow in that direction. And so that's what I do. I grow trees the natural way, nothing contrived, and they grow very quickly. Well, thank you very much for watching today's video. Subscribe to our channel and tell a friend. And most importantly, go to our website and sign up to become our VIP so that we can send you announcements of special considerations. Thank you very much. See you next week.